Hello, today we're going to do a mat Pilates class and no props needed. You just need a mat and maybe some water, and let's get started. You could put on some nice relaxing music if you want, just for a little background. But let's get going. So we're going to start all the way onto our backs, our legs long, and just give yourself a moment to come into this space. Maybe close your eyes. Your hands are on your belly. You're going to take an inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Keep breathing. Exhale. Notice that your belly rises on your inhale and melts and sinks on your exhale. Give yourself a moment to let all that outside stuff go and just concentrate on your belly. Then bring your arms around your ribs so your hands are at your rib cage. Take an inhale, feel the ribs expand. Exhale, feel the ribs sink. Inhale, they expand out into your fingers. As you exhale, they drop down and in towards your torso. One more breath there. And exhale. One more last piece for your breath with one hand on your low belly and one hand on your chest. Just breathe in and out. And as you're breathing, you want to keep the top hand quiet. Feel the breath in your bottom hand. Very nicely done. From there, you're going to just slide your feet in and bring your arms over your chest. You have nice strong fingers. Allow the arms to float back on an inhale, and for this moment, let your ribs expand. On your exhale, draw the arms back and sink the ribs. Inhale. So for this moment, we're going to let the ribs go. And exhale. Now take another breath here. And on your exhale, sink the ribs. This inhale, only go back with your arms as far as you can keep those ribs heavy. And exhale, bring them back. 2 more times. Inhale, ribs stay heavy, they don't flare open. Exhale. And one more there. And exhale. Bring your arms down by your sides. Take your knees and just drop them right to left. And feel your hips moving right to left. Slowly start to make that motion smaller until you feel centered on that sacrum, on your pelvis, right to left. Then draw your belly button to your spine, rounding the low back, and inhale into a slight arch. Exhale, draw the belly in round, inhale into your arch. Keep going, allowing that motion to happen without clenching your glutes. Let your breath guide that movement. Same thing, maybe make that motion just a little bit smaller until you feel a center of balance from front to back. So here, hopefully you're in your neutral spine. Bring your hands like a diamond and bring them onto your pelvis. And you want to keep that pelvis really nice and quiet. I'm going to lift up my right foot to tabletop and then lower it back down. I'm going to keep my pelvis quiet. Keep that diamond still. Press into your left foot to help you keep that diamond still. Exhale as you bring that thigh bone in. Inhale as you bring it away. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do one more on this side. side. Exhale, bring that left thigh bone into tabletop. Inhale, lower it back down. Pressing down through my right foot and keeping that diamond still. Good job, you're challenging your neutral here. You might find one side is more challenging than the other. This time, let's lead that left leg up. Without changing that diamond, bring the right leg up. From here, you're going to lower the left leg, bring it up, and then the right leg, bring it up. Keeping that diamond still. Keep drawing your belly button in. Don't let your ribs pop up or your back change for toe taps. So here, you might feel like maybe you can't go all the way to the mat with those toe taps, and that is perfectly fine. Maybe make it a smaller range of motion. Exhale, bring that thigh bone back. Get warmed up here. All right, good. I'm going to leave my legs at tabletop. You are welcome to bring those legs down to the floor if you need to. Let's take a quick hug in with our knees, actually. Okay, good. So let's go back to tabletop, or just bring your feet down onto the mat. You're going to bring your hands behind your head, and I really want your hands stacked or interlaced so that you can really support the weight of your skull like a hammock in your arms. Your elbows are still in your periphery. You're going to sink the weight of your head into your hands. On your exhale, you're going to lift your forehead, your nose, your chin, your chest. On your inhale, lower it back down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Thinking about that diamond shape at your pelvis. Keep that nice and still so you're still neutral. Exhale. Sinking those back ribs. Melting the front ribs. Let's do 3 more here. Exhale. Exhale. Head is heavy. Exhale. 1 more. We're going to hold at the top. Can you sink those ribs and come up another 1/4 inch? Now just go down 1/4 inch and up. And up. Try not to pull with your hands. Let your head be heavy. Sink those ribs. Use your abdominals, gather them all in. Those deep, deep abdominals to lift you up. Three, and 2, and 1. Hold. Can you maybe come a little higher? Diamond your legs slightly, squeeze your heels together, and exhale up here. You're still sinking the low belly. Really squeeze those heels together. Pull those inner thighs in, lift that pelvic floor. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower your head down and rock back and forth. Very nice, done. Nice job. All right, we're gonna rock up to sitting and do a little half roll back. So I'm gonna start with my hands behind my thighs and sit really tall up on my sit bones. Reach the top of my head towards the sky. On my exhale, I'm gonna start to tuck the tail and roll back until my arms lengthen. And then roll yourself up and sit tall. Exhale. Can you drop those shoulders down your back? And roll up. Can your collarbones get nice and wide and open? Keep using your lats to sink those shoulders. So coming into a nice lengthened C curve, wherever that is for you today. Now float your arms in front, same thing. Exhale, scooping round. And roll up. And exhale. My feet are heavy. My hips are released. I'm thinking of finding that same intensity we just found with our ab preps. All right, let's add a little obliques. So you're gonna reach one arm forward towards the camera, sweep it back in. Now go away from the camera and back in. Reach fingertips away from each other and fingertips away from each other. Trying to keep those knees, those legs even, so you're moving without moving those hips. One more each side. And one more here. Very good. All right, we're gonna do a little preps for rolling like a ball. So bring yourself forward on the mat. You wanna make sure there's mat behind you. And you're gonna hug your legs in fairly tight. I'm gonna walk my feet in a little bit. Now from here, just do a little tuck of the tail, just where your arms will allow, and roll back up. Exhale. Think of really gathering up all those lower abdominal muscles as you round the spine away from the thighs. So it's a smaller movement than what we just did. Now you're gonna hopefully find that little balance place right behind your sit bones where you can maybe lift up those toes. So it's a little balance. Now balance here. Flex and point. So just a little balance here. And if your spine, if you do not want to roll, you can stay right here and just work on that balance. Keep pulling the belly back. You sometimes want to go into some extension here or back to neutral, and you really want to pull in those lower abdominals. All right, stay here. We're going to take it into rolling like a ball. So that same shape, you're gonna inhale, roll back to the tips of your blades, exhale, roll up. Inhale, roll back, exhale, roll up. Inhale. That one was a little more controlled for me. Sometimes we tend to get a little carried away and use momentum. I really want you to use your breath to help you. And one more, and hold. All right, we're going into the ab series of 5. So I'm gonna grab onto my right knee and start to extend my left leg out as I roll down to the tips of my blades. So here you are for single leg stretch. So you're gonna pull that leg in and you're gonna change and change. You're gonna inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, 2, 1, and knees come in. Bring your hands behind your head. Just like we did those ab preps earlier. You're gonna exhale, curve up, your legs are at tabletop. You're gonna stay here for double leg stretch. You're gonna reach those legs out to your diagonal, pull them in just to knees over hips. Reach and pull. Reach, use those lower abs, squeeze those legs together. For a little more challenge, reach those arms past those hips and reach and pull, reach and pull. I'm still imagining that diamond at my hips. If you want to go the full double leg stretch, you're going to reach and circle and hug. Inhale, 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 one more. I'm going to rest my head for a moment, bring my legs to tabletop, extend the right leg, lengthen the other leg out, and lift up your head and chest. I'm going to pull, pull, and change. Inhale, exhale as you change. Size of your scissors is up to how you can keep that nice diamond shape at your hips. If you're really tight, it's okay to have soft knees. Just make sure you're moving from here. Very nice. Let's do 2 more. Each side and rest. Good. Lower yourself down. Lower and lift. I'm going to bring my legs up to the sky. Turn out my legs and soften my knees so I have a little diamond shape. Squeeze those heels together. Light up those inner thighs. Hands come behind your head and you curve up. Head stays heavy as you lower those legs. And exhale, lift. Let's go down for a count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift. 3, 2, 1. Maintaining that diamond shape. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. You lower just where your back is comfortable. 3, 2, 1. One more. Knees come in, rest. Woo, all right, curve up for crisscross. So your elbows are wide. You're gonna pull your, let's actually pull whatever the knee is closest to you, towards the camera, towards you, and send the opposite leg away. And then rotate towards that knee that's closer to the camera. Find that length from that toe to the opposite elbow. Really twist. Now reach to the other side. And reach. Keep that diamond nice and quiet as you go side to side. Reaching across, elbow towards your knee, rib towards your hip. We're going to add a little challenge here. Your feet could always go down on the floor if you're looking for an easier layer. So I'm going to rotate towards you, stay there. Take that straight leg and lift it up and lower it down. Woo! And 3, and 4, and 5. We're going to go for 8, 6, 7, and 8. All right, switch legs. Other side. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Woo! Oh my goodness. Bring those legs in. Maybe circle the knees both directions. Give your back a little stretch. And roll up to sitting. All right, that was definitely a challenge. All right, I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what's happening with my shoulders. So I'm going to sit facing you. You can stay facing this way. And just raise your shoulders up towards your ears and then drop them down. Lift and one more. Inhale. Exhale. Now bring those arms to the sky. Do the same thing. Lift the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale. Slide the shoulders down your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So as you're going up and down, really use your breath to help you find those lats. One more with your breath. Inhale and exhale. Now keep a hold of those lats as you bring your arms to a prayer position and bring your legs out in front of you. All right, I'm going to turn to face sideways now. So your legs are in front of you. You can always have your knees bent if you're really feeling tight. So you're going to keep engaging those lats we just found. Press your hands together. You're going to inhale towards the camera. Exhale back to center. Inhale, lengthen, and back to center. Imagine you're spiraling up through your spine. Now, this time when you go towards the camera, pause. Check out your feet. Are they still even? Then you know you're moving from your upper body and not your lower body. So really keep those feet even. And feel those lats and that rib cage rotating you around. All right, Open your legs for a spine stretch forward. Again, you could sit up on a block or something, or bend your knees if you need. Float those arms in front of you. Take a big inhale through your nose, get taller. Exhale, start to round through your spine from the top, up and over. Keep your ears kind of right between your arms. Reaching those fingertips. On your inhale, pull the belly back and stack the bones back up again. Find those lats. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, lift. Use that big whoosh of air to help you find those abdominals as you give your spine a nice stretch. Maybe your hamstrings too. But it's that same diamond shape you're still holding on to in this seated position. One more. And back up again. On to saw. So I'm going to bring my arms out to the side. I'm going to twist towards you and then reach. And back up and back to the center. Twist over, reach, and back up to center. So again, take a look at those feet. Make sure they haven't moved. They're not moving, they're still even, just like you did with spine twist. And get that nice stretch in your spine. Feel the upper body rotating on the lower body. One more time each side. You should feel nice. And stretch. All right, very nice. We're gonna move on to our stomachs. So come onto your stomach. We're gonna come all the way down. All right, so make a pillow for your forehead with your hands, all right? And I'm just gonna bend my knees and just windshield wiper my legs. So I'm trying to let the front of my hips melt into the mat. And this just kind of loosens up your low back a little bit. Good. All right, I'm gonna lengthen those legs out. Your choice how to go, if to go wide or narrow. So from here, let's do a little baby swan. So I want you to think of opposition. Reaching the toes in one direction behind you. Reaching the top of the head in opposition. I'm gonna inhale, lift up, working that upper back. Exhale, lengthen as you come down. Inhale. And exhale. So it's not a big movement. You're trying to get that thoracic spine extension, upper back, and keep this low back nice and stable. The more you allow your shoulder blades to melt down your back, towards your back pockets, the better extension you'll get here. One more time, and lower it back down. Bend those knees again, and windshield wiper those legs. Good job. Now lengthen those legs out and go wide with your legs maybe to the corners of your mat. We're gonna work the hips a little bit. So reach all 10 toes behind you as far as you can. I'm gonna turn my head just so I can talk to you, but please keep your head down. You're gonna lift those legs from the backs of your thighs and your glutes, and then lower them back down again. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You just wanna gather up the low belly just a little bit, those abs, just to protect your lower back. So I don't care how high you go, it's about length. Through the front of the hips, through the low back. And think about those glutes working to lift those legs. So it's not the feet, it's those glutes. One more. Good. Now hold them up. You're going to squeeze the legs together and open. Together and open. Keep relaxing the upper body. And 4 and 5. Gathering up those abs. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. Feeling those inner thighs. 10. Now let's build up the pace. You're going to go quicker. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do another set. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower those legs down. Press yourself into a rest pose. Give yourself a little stretch here. We have one more thing to do onto your stomach, and that is a wide swan. So I'm going to bring my arms out to goal posts. Again, I'm reaching my toes long, gathering up my spine so it's nice and long. Gathering up, that's probably not the right term. Let's just think of lengthening that spine. So you're going to press into your full swan, whatever that is today. Maybe your elbows stay bent and lower down. As you lift up, think of reaching from the back of your skull all the way to the soles of your feet. So the whole back chain of your body is working. Now for me, I really like this wider swan position. You can certainly do the more traditional narrow grip if you'd like. I'm going to inhale and lengthen up. Exhale, lengthen down. Always about length. I'm going to do one more. Lower all the way down. And then press back again into your child's pose. And stretch. This may be a good time for a sip of water. If you haven't done that yet. All right, we're gonna work our side leg a little bit. So I'm gonna come on one side and prop my head up on my hands. My heels are in line with my sit bones. My hips are stacked. So you're gonna just keep drawing that belly in, all right? So from here, I'm gonna keep my toes and my heels together. Draw the low belly in just a little bit, and you're gonna open and close. Thinking of those outer glutes. My hand is just reminding me to keep my hips stacked. Good, come down. We're gonna change that a little bit. Flex your feet. Your heels will stay connected, your toes will come apart. Draw your ribcage in, belly in, lift up. Keep those hips stacked. They may want to roll back a little bit. Don't let them. Keep them right nice on top of one another. So you do need to engage those abdominals to help keep that connection. Again, thinking about where you're working those outer glutes. Good job. All right, another variation. This time you're gonna lift your feet up so they're about in line with your hips. Flex feet, heels together, so same foot position. You're just now able to go through maybe a little bigger range of motion. Make sure you haven't hiked that hip, you're still stacked. Good job. Excellent. All right, one more version. So you're going to separate your feet, your knees are together. Then your heels come together as your knee opens. So knees, heels, internal and external rotation. So now you're going through as big a range of that hip as you can without changing your position of your pelvis. Just keep thinking about that diamond shape that we did in the very beginning. Working those outer glutes. Good job. 3 and 2 and 1. Very nice. Bring those legs down. Push yourself up until you're up into seated, and we're going to do a version of side bend. I'm going to do it with my arm extended. My legs are stacked, all right? You could come down on your forearm if that works better for you. You want to find those lats and use your lower obliques here. we're gonna lift up into your side plank. So I'm gonna lift up and then lower down. And lift up and lower down. Keep going. Lift and lower and lift and lower. This time you're gonna hold it up. So hold it up. Use that lower oblique to help lift you up. You're gonna take that top hand, press through the heavy air down towards the other hand, palm in, open it up. Press that arm down. So a little rotation through your ribs. Keep lifting from that lower oblique. So keep lifting those hips up, don't let them drop. Good job. Hold it up here. Now lift that arm to the sky. Those fingertips you're gonna lift up and up, up, up. Keep drawing that belly in. Good. Lower those hips down. Grab onto those ankles and give yourself a little stretch over. Very nice. All right, let's spin around and do the other side. So your other side, same thing. We're gonna start with those side glutes a little bit. Heels in line with your sit bones. Make sure you've lifted that bottom waistline so that that top hip stays stacked. So you might have a little puff of air there. In fact, you want that. So toes and heels stay together, and you're gonna open and close. Now this is definitely my stiffer hip. I have a little less range of motion on this side. So this is, I think, gonna be my harder side. Maybe it is for you or not, I don't know. Keep working with what you have. Good. Now, flex those feet. Toes are gonna come apart. Keep your heels connected and you're gonna open and close. Zip up through those low abs. Keep those hips stacked. This top hip is gonna wanna rotate away. Don't let it. Definitely feeling it more on this side. All right, then lift those feet up, same foot position. Little bigger range of motion. Make sure you haven't shortened in your top waist, so this space stays long, which for me is a challenge. I have to keep thinking of those ribs not popping, lifting that bottom waistline. Good job. All right, one more position, and that was lifting the feet apart. So you're gonna spin that knee to knee, heel to heel. Knee, heel. Now my internal rotation on this side, this knee to knee, is definitely my hardest piece. Make it as big as you can without losing those nice stacked hips. Good job. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Lower down. Let's do those side bend on this side. So again, kind of use those shoulder muscles. You don't want to be here with your shoulder. You want to get into those lats by sliding that shoulder blade down. And then we'll come up again here. So you're going to lift up and over and down. Up and over and down. Press into the mat. Press into your knees. Find nice length in the side of your body. All right, we're gonna stay up. Press down through that heavy air. Inhale, open. Press down. Think of those bottom obliques lifting you up So don't let those hips sag. Again, you could be on your forearm here. Now leave those fingers up to the sky and reach them up more. And your hips are gonna help you reach. Press into the mat. Find the side of your body. Really nice job. Lower all the way down. Grab onto those ankles again. Give yourself a nice side stretch. Really nice job. All right. Come on to your hands and knees. Sit back. Give yourself a nice rest pose. Very nice. And we're going to come up and do a little work in all fours. So here in all fours, again, I want you to find that neutral. Think of where that diamond shape is, pulling up into your low belly, all right? I'm going to walk to the front edge of my mat so I don't lose the end of it. And my right leg is going to go back behind me. I'm going to stretch it really long. Press the mat away with your hands. Make sure you don't lock those elbows. So unlock those elbows. And just pull the arm bones back towards those leg bones. And then you're going to lift that leg up. Up. Make sure you've dropped this hip down. That right hip is flat towards the mat. Find that glute as you lift that leg up. Try to open the front of the hip, which for my tight hips is hard to do. Good. Now walk those left fingers forward and lift them up with the leg, and then just little lifts at the top here. Keep drawing that triangle or that diamond shape in. Good. Now take that arm and leg out to the side and back in. Arm and leg out and back in. Arm and leg out and back in. Arm and leg out and back in. And lower it down. Rest pose stretch. The other side. So before you do this other side, we're going to do a little hover. So think of pulling the arm bones back towards the thigh bones. All right, tuck the toes under. Now, we're gonna try to lift straight up through those thigh bones by using the low belly. So you're just gonna hover those knees. Try not to shift forward or back, but just lift straight up. Hover, breathe. Good. Work right from that diamond shape. Exhale. If you imagine pushing your triceps towards your thigh bones towards your triceps, that can often help you with that hover. All right, send your left leg back. Let's do the same series on this other side. So you're gonna lift and lower. But keep thinking about that core you just used during that hover. Good job. Hold that leg up, walk the fingers forward, and then from this side you're going to lift up. Find that nice length. I have to check in on my armpit on that down arm. So keep zipping up through that armpit. Make sure you haven't locked that elbow. Hip is down. Now take the leg and arm out to the side and back in. Out to the side, back in. Feel the work, how that changes the work in your core. Good job. And then give those wrists a little break. Sit back. Excellent. All right, we're gonna come back onto our backs and do a little bridging. All right, so here we are on our backs. Arms are long. We're gonna tuck the tail, kind of draw the belly button into your spine and roll up through your spine. Feel the back of the body here and feel that length. So your knees are reaching in that direction. Your head is reaching in opposition. And you're really pushing down through your feet, your toes, your heels, and your arms. And then roll down through your spine. Tuck Let the tail roll up. Inhale at the top, melt from the chest, the throat, all the way down your spine. Rolling up. Find the back of your body, your glutes. Roll down. Keep those knees in line with your hips. They sometimes want to go outwards. So keep finding those inner thighs and roll down. We're going to roll up to the top. Stay there. Maybe you could go just another little 1/4 inch up and then go down and up right there, that top part. Really engage those glutes. Reach those knees forward. Open up those hips. Melt the chest. Stay up, hold. Now this time, you're gonna roll your spine down. Stay neutral, so unwind into a little baby arch. Find that diamond again. That's the shape you're gonna lift up for a straight back bridge. So you're gonna lift up, lengthen down. So it's just different in that you're not articulating up and down. Find the length of your spine, almost as if you're reaching these sit bones past your heels. Pressing through those feet, pressing through those hands and fingertips. Hold at the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen down. One more variation. We're going to press up equally through both feet. Reach your right leg to the sky, and you're going to do a little leg circle. 2, so use those inner thighs. 3, 4, 5, reverse. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Put it down. Lower your hips. Lift your hips up. Lift the other leg up to the sky and circle across the midline. Inner thighs on both legs working. Make sure you've weight in those big toes. Reverse. 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And lower it down. Roll through your spine this time. Bring those knees in and give them a hug. All right, we're almost there. We're gonna do a little work for those triceps. So come back onto all fours, just like we did a moment ago. And we're gonna do a little prep for our push-ups. So same thing, think of getting those lats engaged. So slide those shoulders so you have a nice long neck. Your hands are underneath those shoulders, the knees are underneath your hips. Now I just want you to pull the low belly in so you have that ab supported. You're gonna bend the elbows, almost like you're pitching forward, like your nose is gonna hit the mat. And then use those triceps and those armpits to push you back up. So you can see my elbows are going back. They're not going out to the side because I'm really trying to work those triceps. And I'm also trying not to shift forward and back. So my elbows are bending, but I'm not sticking my tail back. So your shoulders rock, it's almost like you're dipping forward. All right? So we're gonna do some more tricep dips that way, or push-up prep. So you could stay there for 5 more there, or you can walk your knees back. Press your hips forward towards your wrists. I'm gonna keep my feet up. It's better on my knees. You certainly could be here. Either one is fine. So let's do 5 here, or back in those all fours. So let's do 5. Exhale to come up. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, one more set. The last challenge, if you want, is to come onto those toes. All right, full plank. Or you can stay on those knees. all right? I'm gonna stick with the middle of the road here, but do whatever you wanna do here. So we'll do 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, feeling those triceps. Give yourself a nice stretch. Really reach those fingertips forward so you get this nice stretch in your arms. Walk over to the right side. Left fingertips are a little bit longer. Sit the left sit bone back towards the left heel to get the left side of your body. And then do the opposite. So now sit towards the right sit bone, right heel. Reach that right fingertip. Breathe. Very nice. All right, we're almost there. We're just gonna do a plank. I'm gonna come down on my forearms. So we're just gonna hold that plank to end. So here you are on your forearm plank. Nice long spine. Maybe turn your toes out so you're almost in a little first position. Can you give me a little more thighs, legs? We tend to kind of get lazy. Really strong legs, glutes, abs. Pull everything in, breathe. Find that beautiful length. Very nice job. Bring those knees down. Stretch yourself back. Very nice job. All right, we're just gonna come into sitting. Just do a couple nice stretches. And exhale. So let all that energy fill up your lungs. Press out anything that doesn't serve you today. Last breath. And thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time.